Hey guys, it's Jen. Thank you for joining me today. Today I have a project share and a tutorial using these cute Christmas tags that I got from Beebeecraft as part of their design team. The set comes in this cute little plastic container, and there are 6 different tags that come in it. There's, excuse me, a Christmas tree, there's a stitched heart, there's another heart, a star, snowflake, and a deer. They're a really good size to use for gifts, I think, and there are lots of fun ways you can create with them. You could just make them like a window kind of tag, just use 2 different color cardstocks, or you can make a shaker tag, or I was trying to think of a fun way to make something different with them, and that's what I'm going to show you today. All right, so let me show you a couple that I made. And all of them I used the red and white Christmas collection. It's a new one from Michaels this year. Okay, so this is the first one I made. And as you can see, I made it not really a shaker. I did make a little like a, pocket inside, but I put a charm. So I thought that was a fun way to, shake things up a little bit with this tag. And this charm actually I did get from Beebeecraft as well. So I will link to that also. I just thought it went so well with the red and white Christmas paper collection that I have here. I used 2 pieces of 2mm foam to raise it up enough that the charm would fit in. I trimmed the edges with stickles. The back is just plain, so I thought I could stamp a to and a from on there or put just put a label. Yeah, so that is the first one. Tied it up with some pretty ribbon. I used a Tim Holtz Christmas sentiment that I had in my stash. And yeah, this is using the Christmas tree tag, obviously. Very simple to make. The next one I made is this one. And I used a present charm that is also from Beebeecraft. I'll link that as well. And I used the stitched heart die. As you can see, can you see? There's like little stitches around the heart. It's hard to see, but they are there. And for this little embellishment, I just used the cutout from this tag, so no waste. I just glued 1 piece of foam onto the cardstock, punched out a hole, and tied it on top. And for the edges, I just dipped the whole thing in art glitter glue and then just dipped it in some glitter that I had in my stash and let it dry. Kind of getting glitter all over the place, but I think it came out really cute. Again, papers from the red and white Christmas from Michaels. Let's get that glitter out of there. And then the next one I made is this, and I love that candy cane paper. This is a charm also from Beebeecraft, and I did not fill this one up with a charm. Instead, I used some white diamond dots just to make it look like snow or something. And I used a label that says best gift ever on there, if you could see. That is from a Christmas sticker book that I got from Hobby Lobby this year. And again, I used some glitter on the edges, some red and silver ribbon that I thought went well with everything. And that's the back. So those are the 3 I made, and I thought maybe we could make one together just to show. It's very simple, but just show you my process of what I do to make them. To save some time, I cut out a bunch of the pieces ahead of time, and I'll show you which of the tags I used for this one. I used this like side, the side heart, and they're stitching around it, as you can see. So what I did was I cut out this out of some cardstock. This one, also from that red and white paper pad. It's red foiled. Isn't that cute? And then I just cut a little piece of acetate and I glued it to the back. So now there's like a little window there. Boy, I have glitter all over me, huh? Ah, oh well, that's a crafter for you, right? Okay, so I did that. And then I cut out 2 pieces of 2 millimeter foam. The die cuts that out really easily. And just pop the hearts out and the little holes. And then for the backing, I just traced the tag, or just I traced this onto some glitter paper. You don't want to cut the backing out of the die, because then it cuts out the heart, and you want a solid piece there. So it's easy enough. Just trace it and then cut around it, and then I just use my crocodile to punch a hole at the top. So we have the cardstock with the acetate, we have the backing, and we have 2 pieces of the foam. So to put it all together, very, very simple. You're going to take the cardstock, and I just take some art glitter glue, which I have in my handy dandy little applicator bottle, and then just shake it down, and then just put it on the back of the cardstock piece. You want to get sort of close to the cutout part, but not too close. You don't want any of the glue to be showing. Okay, and then you're just gonna, oops, sorry, let me get in frame. You're just gonna take that, oops, this way, and glue it on top of one piece of the foam, making sure that it is even. Okay, I did get a little bit of glue on the acetate, but it'll dry, it's okay. Or you could just wipe it off right now, which I think I will probably do. So to wipe off glue that just, kind of gets on the acetate, let me find my tool. Yeah, I use just like a silicone tip tool, and I just go in and just kind of scrape it off. Just wipe it. There we go. Okay. And okay, so now we're going to add the next layer of foam. So I'm going to put some glue on this layer of foam, and I just dot it because it's hard to drag on foam. And plus, if you drag it, it kind of distorts the shape a little bit of foam. So just go ahead and dot it on all around, especially the edges. Okay, and then put your foam cardstock piece on top of the second piece of foam and get it as even as you can. I like how nice and thick and chunky these are too. They're small but chunky. Super cute, right? So look how nice and thick that space is. Oops, let's make sure that's glued down. Ideally you want to let this dry before you go ahead and fill it, but we'll just keep going. I am so impatient when it comes to things drying, glue, paint. I just keep going and sometimes mess up, but I just can't stop and wait. So, all right. So the charm that I decided to put into this one is also from Beebeecraft. It's a cute little stocking, and it did have a little circle on the top, but I just clipped it off with some wire cutters, and there was a little bit of a sharp edge, so I just took an emery board and just filed it down a little bit. So now you just have a cute little stocking. So just going to drop this in here like this. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, so you dropped it into the hole. Make sure that's in the right spot. Glue that down. Okay, so now we're ready to put on the backing. Now I think that shifted a little bit. Let me move it over. Like I said, impatient. Okay, good. All right, so now we're going to put the glue on the foam, the last layer of foam. You don't want to put on the backing piece because you don't want glue on the back of the part that backs the heart. Don't want to see that. Okay. And you can use whatever adhesive you like. You could use red line tape. You can use, like Fabri-Tac if you want. whatever. I don't think hot glue is the best idea, but okay. And I probably should have lined up the holes a little bit more, but we'll just slide it into place. Okay, just press that down as much as you can. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And I did smear some glue in there, but that's all right, it'll dry. Isn't that adorable? I just like having a fun little charm in there instead of a bunch of sequins and stuff, which is always fun too, but this is just looks, it's a little different. And you can always open this up and take the charm out after, right? Okay, so we have the charm inside. Now let us put the ribbon and bow on, and then we'll be done. All right, so first, there are lots of different ways to add ribbon. I like it to look nice and neat like this, you know, with the ribbon coming out the hole and then the bow. I've tried to use one piece of ribbon and do it like that, but it's hard to make it look really pretty and to lay flat. So I just like to do two separate pieces of ribbon. So I have one for the tag part and then one for the bow. Isn't this cute? This is some candy cane ribbon that I just got from Joann's. So you're just going to take both ends and put them through the hole of the tag. And I just go through the back. And I might have to cut it, so let's see, it's ungluing. I'm going to cut this so it's a little bit pointier, so it'll go through the hole easier. So like that, like a nice angle. Okay, so if you waited until this glued, it would be easier, but you just got to be a little careful. If you're impatient like me, just make sure it's all held down. All right, so we have the two ends through the back, and we have this loop on the top. So take the two ends, go through the loop, and then just pull it. So now you have the tag part. This way you have two open ends here, so you could tie it onto something, or just like cut it to size, whatever, and put it on a present. So we have that, and then take another piece of ribbon and you can put an embellishment on it. That's what I did with this one. I've had a red jingle bell in my stash and it actually already had a jump ring on it. So I just put it onto a piece of ribbon and then tied it into a bow. I just did it ahead of time just to save a little bit of time because, you know, trying to do stuff like that on camera is, I don't know, it never works out for me. So now it would probably be a good idea to use some hot glue to glue it on there, but I'm just going to use some Fabri-Tac, and I'm using this because I'm using ribbon. So I always use Fabri-Tac for ribbon or any sort of fabric like that. So I'm just going to put some glue right by the hole. Make sure it gets on the ribbon part. And then I'm going to put some on the back of the bow as well. With this, there's really no reason not to put a bunch of glue because you don't want it to fall off. Okay, so then just put it on the blob of glue that you made. Just hold it down. I'm going to use my silicone thingy. And just press it down. And that's what it looks like. Isn't that sweet? I just love the little charm inside. And again, if some of them are a little bit smaller than others, like the star, I didn't have a charm small enough to put in there. That's why I use the diamond dots, but I think that looks super cute too. And adding a charm to the top of the tag is a fun way to do it as well. So this one actually has a charm on the top and inside. And that's adorable, right? So then, I mean, I can't do the edges now because it's just not dry enough, but I would coat these in art glitter glue. Of course, you want to you got to make sure it's dry. And then just put some glitter on a plate like what I did here. Oops, my bow fell off. And then just dip it each side into the glitter. Put that back on there. I will let you dry. and that one will be done as well. So that is my project for today. I hope you liked it. I love the compact size of these two. I just think they're so cute. And of course, you could do this with any color scheme you have, right? Okay, so I will leave links below to the tags, to the charms that I used. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And thanks for joining me. I'll be back soon with another crafty video. Thank you, Beebeecraft, for supplying me with these projects, or sorry, with these products so I can make these projects. And yeah, hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.